trends in technology and the internet.
An insightful look at books, music, and movies.
This is your weekly source for hot, interesting topics. I'm Joanna.
I'm Michael.
And I'm James.
And this is the 4th episode of Hit!
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Hi. For our He's Into Tech segment today, as promised, I'm going to review the very same camera that we used to tape the show. Now, as a point of clarification, this camera was only used to tape episodes 3 and 4, and definitely it's not the camera we're using to tape the segment. Before I go out and buy a gadget, I make sure to do some extensive research on the internet. That's going to sites for reviews and recommendations from tech writers who I trust, and more importantly, getting feedback from users who've already tested the product that I'm considering or consider buying. Now, when I first thought about buying a camera for the show and when I felt the need to, I went straight to camcorderinfo.com, which provides a great resource for camera enthusiasts and those potential buyers like me. Now, because I needed a good camera and I knew the show needed a high quality camera, I went and looked for a 3CCD model camera, and I chose the Panasonic GS250. Now, this model is the second highest rated camera of the year, according to camcorderinfo.com, and this is just after Sony's high definition camera, which is more than double the price that I had to pay for this camera. This camera is in the mid-range of Panasonic's 3CCD line. 3CCD cameras are better and ensure that the camera doesn't get old fast, meaning this technology is newer and definitely it won't be phased out as the older models that are non-3CCD. This one also boasts of a Leica Decomar lens and the capacity to take 3 megapixel still shots. So it can also serve as a digital camera just with a press of a button, and as you notice, there's a flash which works when you take still photos. Now, features are nice to have. These features are nice to have, but are not necessarily necessary. Now, a new feature is it's almost joystick-like navigation controls. Now, compared to other cameras, they have other controls placed on top of the unit separately. This one is right here at the back, and it's just a finger's reach away, and which is better because your fingers can actually do the navigating without having to move around your camera. It's easily accessible. Video quality is great under normal light and almost good enough for low light situations. Now, overall, this camera provides a great balance between quality of the video, the price, and of course the feature set. Now, this camera isn't for the those who are just looking for a regular point-and-shoot camera. There are definitely lower price models out there. But if you're looking for a camera that you can grow into, a camera that has certain extra features that you might need one day, then definitely, if you're willing to spend a few $100 more, then definitely this camera should be taking a look. You should really take a look at this camera. And definitely, if you need a camera with a lot of manual controls, then definitely this camera is the camera for you. Overall, it's a great 3CCD camera. It's just priced somewhere there in the middle. You don't have to spend too much for it, and you'll get your money's worth. I recommend the Panasonic GS250.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Welcome back to Hit.
Today on our show, we have a very special guest with us, our sister, our youngest sister, Dorothy. Dorothy, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Today, we'll start off with our web hits of the week, and since Dorothy's here, we'll let her go first. Dorothy.
Okay, so my web hit of the week is Friendster.com. In this URL, www.friendster.com, you can find all sorts of people. You can actually find your old friends, past friends, like the people in school, perhaps, and you can also meet new friends. Also on Friendster, you can also add some pictures of yourself and ask for testimonials from other people, and you can even make your own blog where you can write something special about yourself or write something, anything under the sun that you really like.
Cool. I'm glad you brought up Dorothy. Friendster is actually a great resource, and I've actually used it personally to be able to find friends from, of course, you used to go to school, but for me, I've been able to, I've stopped school, I've already finished school several years ago, and it's through Friendster that I've been able to get in touch with some of my old friends. So that's a great web hit. Joanna?
Well, my web hit of the week is bombastic.net. It's like I think it's a Korean website, but it has little like movie strips. It's short comic strips, animation, yeah, of this born loser. His name is Mr. Bombastic, and he's like a failure in everything he does. And it's really funny. Like when you don't have time, when you're kind of busy and you just want to sit back and catch something to make you laugh or to lift up your morale, you can go to this website and watch the movie clips, and they're really, really funny.
Cool. Almost like Mr. Bean cartoon?
Almost like Mr. Bean, but it's a cartoon.
Okay.
My web hit is answers.com. It's basically a search engine that's more specific than anyone out there, any search engine out there. You just type the words and click go, then you get your results right there.
Answers.com also has the special software that you download that integrates with your browser. So if you click out-click, then you'll be able to get the answers to certain words that you really want to find out the answers to. And Answers doesn't base it on the popularity of a site, but Answers.com also bases it on the resource.
Yeah, resource.
How good the resource is. But that's another homework resource, I believe.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. And my web hit is English.com. It's English with the L replaced with the letter R. It's basically people like to poke fun of Japanese English. Japanese aren't really good at English, and the site has a lot of photos on it. They take photos from restaurant signs, from T-shirts, from signs all over the city, and sometimes they're actually images from out of Japan. Basically, it's Japanese images, and it's really funny. The first time I saw this site, I chanced upon it, I got an asthma attack laughing because they really have a lot of funny images, and actually some images come from the U.S.
Wow.
So to talk about grammatical and some sentences don't even make sense at all. So that's English.com. So those are our web hits for the week. Stay tuned for our next segment, our hits of the week.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Hi, and welcome back to Hit.
Now we're going to talk about our hits of the week.
It's a windy day here and pretty cool outside. Joanna, why don't you start?
Okay, my hit of the week, it's not a new hit, but it's been around for a couple of months already. This is Rob Thomas' debut solo album. Rob Thomas, as we all know, is the lead singer of the band Matchbox 20. And I specifically like this album because of two songs, Lonely No More and Street Corner Symphony. These are really good songs. And the melody on the songs on this album, they're really nice. And his voice, of course, he has a great voice, and I love listening to Rob Thomas. That's my hit of the week.
James and Dorothy, do you have any
What are your
hits in store for us?
Our special hit is this from Candy Corner, Fruit Sour Tapes.
Well, this sour tape comes in various flavors like apple, raspberry,
Orange, grape,
yeah.
lemon.
Well, it actually has this very interesting flavor. It's sweet and sour at the same time, and it's also gooey and chewy, which it tastes a nice flavor in your mouth. It's really good.
A couple of months back, that would probably have been my hit because I had to eat. I was looking for that candy almost every day because it's not too sweet, but like Dorothy said, it just has a nice combination of sweet and sour. And my hit of the week is what is my hit of the week? It's something that was released last Thursday. Apple made a big announcement last Thursday in San Francisco. The new iPod, the iPod Nano. Now, for those who haven't seen it, it's imagine it's the size of a calling card, a standard size calling card, and about as thick as a number 2 pencil. That's how Apple describes it. It replaces the iPod Mini, which was a big hit when released a couple of years ago. And it comes in 2 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes. That's 1,000 songs in your pocket. And it comes in white, and for a change, also in black. Wow. So it's if you go to the Apple website, what I really like about it is its size. It's so small compared to the iPods that we're all used to. The iPod Nano is, like its name implies, nano, very small.
Smaller than the Shuffle?
Smaller than the well, it's almost it's a little bit thinner than the Shuffle, and it's the height is of the same height as the Shuffle.
Yeah, that's great.
But it has a color screen and the click wheel on the standard iPods. So it's cool. Yeah, we hopefully one of these days we can get our hands on one of the Nano and review it for the show. So those were our hits of the week. Stay tuned for our most favorite segment of all, the segment that none of us are in. Our Hit Person. Now, who will it be this week? Stay tuned to find out.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
At 35, many believe that Andre Agassi is already past his prime. 1995 was perhaps his best year when he won 7 major titles. His 8th and last Grand Slam title, however, came in 2003, and ever since, his tennis has never been the same.
Last year, Andre was ranked 8th in the world, but an amazing performance at last week's US Open took Andre up to 5th place. Andre fought his way through the finals, defeating some tough competition along the way. And although he has hinted on retirement, his outlook towards his game has left a lasting impression on his fans. He was once quoted as saying, "I've never been motivated by any given person or any given accomplishment. I've been motivated by overcoming challenge and overcoming the hurdles and obstacles that face me." Truly, he's living proof of this belief, reason enough to be our Hit Person of the Week.
Andre Agassi, you've been hit!
Hit me, baby, one more time.
And that was our show for this week.
For more information about HIT and the things you've seen on the show, you can visit our website at www.hitweekly.com.
We'd also like to hear from you, so send in your contributions to myhit@hitweekly.com. Join us again next week where I'll get hit!